Moving now, for a year now, our 9 Investigates team has been covering the government-subsidized cell phone program that's called Lifeline, exposing huge amounts of fraud and waste in Oklahoma at our expense. If you pay a phone bill, you pay a fee that funds this billion-dollar program. And tonight, our team takes the investigation a step further, exposing those who are profiting at full throttle with still very little oversight. Jennifer Lauren investigates.
How many cell phones? You have 2 cell phones right now?
Yeah, one for this hand, one for this.
We showed you how cell phone companies are using the homeless to increase their government subsidies.
Had about 8 different phones.
Exposing how one man was able to collect duffel bags full of cell phones. We even took you undercover as we got our own free phone without showing any proof we qualified for one. Federal regulators responded to our reports, pointing to recent reforms, promising change and millions of dollars in savings. But months later, we found another company is under investigation. Icon Telecom, or Icon Wireless, is based out of this unassuming building in Oklahoma City. According to federal documents, Icon began offering government-subsidized cell phone service just 2 years ago. In its first full year, Icon received a whopping $36 million in subsidies and is on track to hit $45 million this year. But federal regulators don't require companies like Icon to prove that their customers qualify or that they even exist. In fact, the Federal Communications Commission has disbursed billions of dollars to cell phone companies based on the honor system. Those regulators can audit companies, but confirmed they've never audited Icon. The FCC just keeps writing the company checks. And that's despite red flags on the forms Icon turned into the FCC last year. In one case, Icon left this entire section blank. When we pressed him on it, an FCC spokesman admitted Icon should have filled it out. In the FCC's own words, this information is required and an important step in addressing potential waste, fraud, and abuse in the program. We went to Icon's headquarters to get an explanation.
I couldn't say,
But we're told only the company's owner could talk to us, and he's out of town. This is the owner of Icon, Wes Chu of Edmond. We tracked him down on the phone.
How do you get my phone number?
From public records?
Oh, from public records. I'm actually at the airport leaving right now, so I really don't have time to talk to you.
Okay. Can we set up a time when you come back?
No, probably not.
It turns out Icon is under investigation by state regulators. We obtained this legal document where Chairwoman Patrice Douglas says, as an elected official, my duty to Oklahomans requires that I use available legal avenues to stop fraud and abuse. In the wake of the problems Icon clearly and undisputedly has in obeying this commission's rules, I would revoke its certificate at this time. That hasn't happened, and the Oklahoma Corporation Commissioners won't comment on the case as it's an ongoing investigation. No matter what the state's investigation finds, regulators here say they have very little authority to penalize cell phone companies and that it's really up to the feds to take action, which is extremely rare. The feds continue to tell us they're developing a database that should prevent fraud and abuse, but that database won't be up and running until the end of the year or later. Jennifer Lauren, 9 Investigates. That's very eye-opening. And tomorrow on News 9 This Morning, you can see an exclusive interview with a top exec at another Oklahoma Lifeline provider as he takes us inside his multi-state cell phone operation and hear his response to critics of the program. Plus, find out how much his company makes off government subsidies and why it was fined more than $1 million.